Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on another video. My name's Anastasia and today I'm going to be creating a fun purple beautiful smoky eye for you and also doing a full face of makeup. So if you enjoy these videos, please make sure you give them a thumbs up as well as subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. First, I'm going to start off with the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I got this in my BoxyCharm, so I do want to get some good use out of it and really give it a fair chance to see if I like it. Now it does have an iridescence to it, but you don't really see it unless you put a lot on. I used this in another video that I just filmed and you couldn't really see any of the luminosity. I did turn up my lights so I'm able to see it a little bit more, but it's nothing crazy. It's not too shimmery, so if you're worried about that, it is not. It does have a slight smell of nail polish remover, not sure why, but yeah. So this says it has black currant seed oil, niacinamide, and it is supposed to bring out the skin's inner radiance with our illuminating oil. Light diffusing optics deliver instant luminosity, while a potent blend of our signature beauty oils and antioxidants help moisturize, and improve the appearance of skin over time. Okay, I don't feel any moisturization at all. I actually feel a little bit tacky, a little bit dry, but that could just be my skin. I'm going to also take a little of my No Pore Blum and I'm going to apply that on top before I apply my primer. I feel like this one is a little bit more hydrating and it just feels better on the skin, to be honest. And it smells a lot better. The e.l.f. Putty Primer that I've been loving lately. It's not quite as blurring as the Tarte Ageless or Timeless, I would say Ageless, Timeless Smoothing Priming Base, but it is a little bit more, I feel, lightweight than that one. I could be wrong, but to me it feels a little bit more lightweight and easier to blend out as well. This one is more creamy and the other one is more like a true putty. Now I'm going to do a little highlighting and contouring underneath the foundation. And I want this look to be really pretty and glamorous, so we're just going to take our time and do all the extra steps. Now I'm going to take my Julep concealer and use this to contour. Alrighty, now I'm going to take a little of my L'Oreal, what is this called? L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. I'm just going to put a little bit on top to just kind of blend everything out a little bit, add a little more coverage. Going to take a little of my e.l.f. Camo Concealer and highlight under the eyes again, and also use this as my eye primer. now I'm going to take the Becca, what is this called? The Becca Set and Refresh powder, which I'm not too much of a fan of, but I got it in my BoxyCharm, so I want to give it a fair shot. I've used it before, and it feels so weird. It feels like it's legit wet. I don't care for it because it doesn't give a lot of pigment for like setting under the eyes. So I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to grab into my banana powder and really brighten things up and use that to bake. So I'm just kind of going to use this to do like a preset type of thing. And it may be better with a brush, so I'm going to go in with a brush real quick. Just kind of set everything down. Yeah, it just feels weird. It kind of smooths on like it's damp, like it's actually wet, which I don't care for because I feel like it doesn't blend as well as a regular powder would. So it's not my favorite product, but I'm going to use it anyway because it came in the BoxyCharm and it normally costs $39. If you like this powder, let me know. Everybody's so different. Everybody has their own preferences, so any suggestions that I make are just based on my personal opinions and what I personally like for my skin and for my go-to looks. So you just take what I say with a grain of salt and figure it out for yourself of what you like. So I'm just going to take this little angled brush and I'm going to use this to bake under the eyes as well as bake my contour line. I really like this brush. This came in like a set that I got off of Groupon. They were doing like a deal. So I bought a set for my client bag as well as myself, and I really like this brush because it seems to have like the perfect angle to get under the eye area. And then I'm going to also set the lids real quick because they are creasing already. So I'm just going to buff out those creases with my finger. And then I'm going to quickly set with powder. Alright, so for today's look I'm going to be using the Morphe Boss Moods palette. This is a beautiful palette. I've used this in other videos before. This is nothing new, but I wanted to do like a purple look today, so we'll see where we go with that. So first I'm going to start off with just doing my brows. I'm taking the black shade from this palette in an angled brush, and I'm going to fill in my brows real quick. Now I know these brows aren't everybody's cup of tea. I personally like to do more of a bold brow, if you will, especially when I am doing a bold eyeshadow look. Now there are days where I do not do this kind of brow. I do a super natural brow where I'll just kind of go with a very light hand and I'll just kind of fill in the areas that are a little sparse. But for today we're going all out, so I'm doing my super glam brows, which are very dark and you don't really see the feathery strokes. Sometimes that's people's vibe. They love to do that. I personally don't. I just like to fill them in. They're filled in and I don't care if you know it or not. So let's go ahead and start with our eyeshadow. So first I'm going to start off with a neutral color just to kind of set down for my transition shade. So I'm going to start with this neutral brown real quick and get this started. Okay, so just really wanting to create a transition shade that's bold enough to show up, but really it's going to kind of fade into the background once I start to add the colors in. So now I'm just wiping off my brush in between colors, and I'm going to, I might need to grab into a different palette just to get a lighter shade of purple, because there's like only a really dark purple in here, this one, and then the rest are shimmers. So I'm going to, I'll keep it with Morphe. I have a purple palette from Morphe actually, so I probably should have grabbed this to begin with. Yeah, a lot more options in here. So this is also a Morphe palette, super affordable. I think these are like 20 bucks. Yeah, I think about either 15 or 20 bucks. I got this a long time ago. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this color right here. I'm just gonna grab a very light hand of that and brush off any excess. I'm just gonna kind of work that into the outer corner in the transition shade to give that brown a purple hue, because although I don't care if this is monochromatic or not, I'm just kind of blending it all to make sure it looks cohesive. Now I'm going to grab this shade. Now this does have a shimmer in it, so I'm going to, wow, that's really dark. A lot darker than I expected it to be. So I'm just gonna focus that now like on the outer corner. I'm just gonna leave that there for a minute while I do the other eye. I did not think it was gonna be this dark. Now I'm going to grab this shade, which also has a shimmer in it. I just really want to get a nice purple hue, and this is just looking muddy to me, so just kind of packing that on. I should probably, I'm going to switch over to use my finger real quick. Yeah, there it is. There's that grapey purple that I was looking for. This shade, did I just use that shade? Yeah. Now I'm gonna go into this shade as well, like with my fingers. And this almost has like a blue base to it. Just gonna kind of put that on the outer corner a little bit. And I'm putting a little bit up in the crease, and then I'm going to blend that into the transition shade, so it hopefully will pick up a little bit more of that purple tone, because it was looking just a little muddy to me. Yeah, that's pretty. So, if you are going to recreate a look that's similar to this, then please just proceed with caution and know that sometimes purple eyeshadows can be a little irritating to the eye. It's something in the pigment, and not just with like Morphe brands, it's all brands. So you just want to keep that in mind. And obviously you could recreate this look using any color. It's just a basic simple smoky eye, and I'm gonna just do a cut crease, and I don't know, I might do a full cut crease. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead, let's see. I'm going to grab my e.l.f. concealer now, and I'm going to cut the crease. Now I'm going to take this really shimmery purple here. I'm just going to apply that with a detail brush along the crease. I want this to be a little bit more vibrant, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the brush with a little setting spray. Alright, that took long enough. Now I'm going to do another cut crease just to kind of clean up that lid a little bit, and then I'm going to do another like fade of the different shades of purple. Grabbing a little Tarte Shape Tape because the elf is kind of taking on a peachy tone when it mixes with that purple, and I want this to be cleaned up. So I'm just going to add a little Shape Tape. Now I'm going to take this grapey purple color. I'm going to use the same brush. And I'm just going to start out here. Kind of go along that concealer line. And now I'm going to take this shade here, and I'm actually going to mix it in with this one. I don't want it to be exactly the same, so I'm going to just mix those two colors together and see what we get. And then I'm blending those two together. I just tapped into a little bit more of that grapey purple. I'm just using that along those lines to mix the two, kind of fade them. Going to take a white liquid liner. First I'm going to brush off the fallout because there's a ton. And let me grab my powder. Whenever there's a ton of fallout like this, I don't like to just take just a clean brush. I like to dip into a little bit more excess powder, so that way it will just like make sure to blend it off instead of pressing it into the skin. And then you want to make sure that you like brush off your brush on a towel before you go in for the other eye, because that shadow is going to stick in the bristles, so you want to make sure you clean that out. All right, really nice. I'm going to fix like the edges and all of that in a minute. I just want to try this and I hope it comes out nice. So I'm just taking the white liner and I'm just going to do the crease. Kind of let that first layer dry a minute. And I just messed up. Yeah, I done messed it up. Dang it. Never fails. It's like, this is okay. This one is always a train wreck. Now, I don't really care for this liquid liner now that I have it on, and you can see it's starting to crack. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is starting to crack, and it's not that old, so it shouldn't be doing this. And I don't know if it's just reacting to the eyeshadow or why it's doing that, but it is for sure cracking. So I am gonna have to go over this with something else. So that's super frustrating. So to remedy this, I don't know if I can. I'm going to take like this white shimmery eyeshadow and try to apply this on top of the liner, and hopefully that'll help it a little bit. No, no, look, see it peeling up there? It's, that's awful. Oh, that's so annoying. Look at this, it just comes right off. So I'm just going to peel it off and do something different. That's super frustrating. Don't buy the NYX white liner because you'll be disappointed. I'm kind of glad it's coming off the way it is though, because it's not completely destroying what I've just did. I mean, it's not helping it for sure, but it's not completely destroying it, so we'll try something else. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some glitter because glitter makes everything better. I'm gonna take this white glitter. This is also from NYX, and it's MGLI 05, and I'm going to get it all over the place. That's always wonderful. I'm gonna put a little bit of the NYX glitter primer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to find a fine little detail brush, and I'm going to use this like a liner. So I'm going to use this very fine detailed liner brush. I'm going to dip into the primer, and then I'm going to dip into the glitter and pray that we have better results. Already love that a million times better. Whew. All right, pray for the other eye because this is always my downfall. Glitter is just so much more forgiving. As far as like the lines go. I love it. Yay! I'm gonna just put this on the inner corner now. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to do more of like a smoky liner. I don't want to go all in with like a black wing. So I'm just going to take a little black shadow and do that along the lash line to just deepen it up a bit, so when I put on the false lashes, they blend nicely. I've got glitter all over the place just for these two little lines. So I'm brushing away the excess fallout of glitter. I'm gonna just grab a angled brush and a black shadow, and I'm just going to go along the lash line. So if you're not really good at liquid liner or even pencil liner, just go in and use eyeshadow. It gives you a nice smoky romantic look, and it doesn't have to be as precise. It's a little easier to do, and if you mess up, you can blend it out quite easily. I like it. Just going to take a clean brush, just kind of like brush away the edges of these wings. And for my lashes today, I'm going to be using the Briella lashes in the style Sis. These are super pretty. They are super affordable. I think they were $10 on the Briella lash site. She just started this business. She's a YouTuber, and I wanted to support her. They have a thicker band, which I really like, because I've said this before in videos, I just feel it's easier to apply and really get it on there good. So I'm just kind of like wiggling them. They already have a great shape naturally without having to shape them, so that's nice. The band is super thick. The lashes are beautiful. That went on like a dream. And I did my hard eye first to get that out of the way. What I also like about these is that they only apply glue, a little glue on the inner and outer corner to apply it to the actual little packaging, which is nice because sometimes when they apply the whole lash with glue and stick it on there, when you're pulling them off, it's extremely difficult. You can ruin the lashes really easily. So I like that they only applied a little bit of glue on each end, giving you the opportunity to pull it off much easier. Super pretty. Now I'm going to take my Lash Paradise and I'm going to blend my natural lashes in with the falsies, and I'm also, actually before I do, I'm just going to let this sit and dry for a minute because I feel like I always rush and it never works well for me and I end up ripping off the lashes immediately. So I'm going to work on my lower lash line now while these guys get good and dry. And I'm going to take this grape color, and I'm also probably going to grab a little of the shimmer, the lighter shimmer, and apply that along the lower lash line. Actually, no, I'm just going to keep it with that grape tone because I put that glitter on the inner corner and I really like how that looks, so I don't want to mess it up. Now, I don't want to get too much in the false lash, but I do want my natural lashes to be pushed up in there, so that's why I prefer to do mascara after applying the lash, whereas some people do it before. I just like to do it after. All right, so now we will just finish up the face and be done. I'm going to take my tried and true Wet n Wild contour palette. I'm gonna grab my e.l.f. blush palette now, and I'm going to just dab into all the colors. Then I'm going to take my Jeffree Star and Peach Goddess highlighter that I always use, my favorite. I want a really nice glowy look today. Why not? We're gonna go for a red look. And this is the color Saigon from ColourPop, and this is an ultra matte. And this is the completed look. It took us a minute to get here, but I really do like the way that this came out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Sometimes you are going to mess up and you just got to do a plan B attack of action, and I really like how this ended up looking. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like to see more in-depth videos like this where I'm talking through it rather than doing a sped up video with a voiceover, please give me a thumbs up on this video to let me know that you like this style, and I will continue to do it. If not, don't give me a thumbs down, but you can also leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know what type of video you prefer to watch, and I'd be happy to make some for you as well. So let me know what you guys think of this look. I really love it, and I hope you do too, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for taking the time to watch these videos. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. I'm working on the goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers, and we are so close to hitting our first 100, which is super exciting. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit the notification button as well, so that way you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Again, thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. I appreciate you and every minute that you take to watch my videos, and I hope you have a great one. Bye.